Sharon's father leaves home at 7 a.m. and returns around midnight. His small salary makes it impossible for him to afford the surgery his daughter desperately needs. That means Sharon must suffer in pain, and that breaks her mother's heart.
5-year-old Sharon from Bali, Indonesia, was born a healthy little girl. But at age 3, a painful lump appeared on her lower abdomen.
When it swells, it really hurts. It would get as big as an egg. It hurt so much that I couldn't even walk.
Her mom, Krishnawati, was heartbroken to see her daughter in pain.
It was hard for me to accept it. Why did she have to endure such pain? She is supposed to be outside playing with her friends.
The family finally saved enough to take her to a doctor. He confirmed she had an inguinal hernia. Her father, Ewan, knew she needed surgery right away, but with his small income as a taxi driver, paying for that seemed impossible.
I leave home for work around 7 a.m. and return home around midnight, but I only earn about $18 a week. It's impossible for me to afford the surgery.
One day, the family connected with Operation Blessing in Indonesia. Then, thanks to you, we paid for Sharon to receive the surgery she needed to repair the hernia.
Right after the surgery, I watched her quickly become more active again. It was like she found joy again.
Now, Sharon is pain-free and is able to play like other kids her age.
I don't feel any pain anymore. Thank you.
We're so thankful to all the people who gave donations to help our child. Thank you, and may the Lord Jesus bless you.
Trapped waiting for missiles to fall on him, Moti survived the Holocaust, but now he feared he would lose his life in yet another war. He survived the attack, and your support carried him through the aftermath.
In Bat Yam, a city south of Tel Aviv, Moti Noir lives alone in a public apartment, struggling with diabetes and an amputated leg. During the latest attack from Iran, Moti was unable to evacuate to a safe room, as his apartment building had neither an elevator nor a shelter.
During the war, I was in the middle of the house, listening to the alarms, listening to the bombing. I don't know if it's near to me, if it's not me, without doing nothing. Of course, I was afraid, and I cannot run away. I cannot get out. I cannot. There's nothing to do. Just waiting for the missiles to fall down.
As part of an effort to provide support for elderly residents from area affected by the missile attack, CBN Israel evacuated Moti and other Holocaust survivors from Bat Yam to a safe hotel in Netanya.
Oh, I felt, like you took someone from the middle of the war and you put him in a shelter. Because there is people around. They can talk to you, they can help you if you need help. It was very good and very relaxed.
However, despite being safe, Moti was still facing daily challenges that required support. Eric, a CBN project manager, was able to step in to help.
I said, Ari, I cannot take a shower with the common shower. I need a chair. There is a special chair. And Ari asked for a chair, and he brought it to me. And he told me, Moti, you have a chair for the shower. He's an angel. There is hope. When someone like Ari came to me, I believe in hope because I lost my hope.
In times of difficulties, the compassion of people like Eric and the support from donors are what restores hope and faith for those in need. Thanks to you, CBN Israel was able to provide Moti with an electric vehicle. For the first time since his amputation, Moti was finally free to leave the house and live a full life once again.
There is still good people and caring people, simple people who care about other people. And thanks to those people.
A few years ago, Brittany was looking for a good resource to help her son learn more about the Bible. So they began watching Superbook together, and now it's become their favorite show.
Single mom Brittany Millerons is intentional about what her son Laurent views. Since 2022, Superbook is the main show they both enjoy.
When I first saw Superbook, I really was blown away. I didn't know they had something like that. Actually, I believe that first time we didn't watch just one, we started watching multiples. You know, it made us want to see what else you guys had. I just like how they turned it into an animated series and they take the kids back in time like they're actually in the Bible with Jesus or the prophets or whoever the story is about.
It's a God cartoon. It shows the stories of God like David and Goliath, Jonah. It makes me know God a lot more. That's how basically I started liking God.
Brittany says her own life struggles inspired her to find better resources and tools to teach Laurent about the Bible. As she watched Superbook with her son, she discovered it also helped her face her own problems.
Superbook has planted seeds. You know, even with some of the stories, I refer to Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. I refer to that like with my son, like I tell him, you know, we're walking through the fire, but we're not gonna get burnt. It makes sense what I'm telling him.
I liked it because it was teaching you how to always follow God. You could do anything with God.
Laurent finds Superbook relatable with memorable stories. In addition to watching the many episodes available, there's one feature that really stands out to him.
My favorite thing is about Superbook is that it has its own app. They have games for it. When Jonah had got swallowed by a whale, there's this one game where you gotta try to not hit nothing and try to swim through.
Over the years, Brittany has shared Superbook with her family and friends.
I introduced it to my best friend as well, and she has 2 children, and they would sit on the couch and watch it. To this day, it's not like, oh, this is a kid show, I don't want to watch it. This is like a kid and a family show and an adult show where they can watch it together and get an understanding.
Because of Laurent's enthusiasm for Superbook, Brittany has made it a staple in their lives. She's thankful to have a resource helping her son grow closer to God.
Superbook makes me want to learn more about the Bible. I want to see some stories I've never heard of. I don't know who made it, but if I do, I'd say thank you for making this masterpiece of art.
For them to see the actual things, you know, taking place, I think it makes an impact on them. It's not just words anymore. I can tell you it's reaching in my life, and the people that I introduce is reaching in their life. I think it's vital that they continue to make Superbook.
Ami didn't see her baby after he was born. The doctors rushed him to an ICU for a week. He had a severe cleft lip and palate, and Ami had no way to pay for the surgeries to repair it.
As a young mother, Ami never imagined that her son Felixio would be born with a severe cleft lip and palate.
After he was born, they took him to an ICU for a week. I never saw him. I had mixed emotions. I was happy, but worried. The doctor said that there was a risk of choking, which could be fatal.
Ami not only worried about whether Felixio would drink enough, she wondered about his future. She knew that with a severe condition like this, he would need multiple surgeries to repair his lip and close the cleft in the roof of his mouth. And Fendi, the boy's father, knew they could not afford to pay for any of the surgeries where they live in Bali, Indonesia.
I work at a villa and I only earn a small wage each month, about $200.
Then one day, thanks to you, Operation Blessing connected with the family and paid for Felixio to receive his first surgery to repair his severe bilateral cleft lip.
I am so grateful that after the surgery, Felixio's lip has completely changed.
Now the couple says they're waiting for the funds to become available to do a second operation to repair the hole in their son's palate. With your help, Operation Blessing is planning to provide the needed surgeries for Felixio.
Let's talk about the surgery schedule that's going to be needed for that young boy. When he's 12 months old, we'll be able to close the cleft in the plate at the top of that hole that's at the top of the roof of his mouth. Then he's going to need bone grafting in the gum, and we have to wait years for that. It's going to be when he's 7 to 9 years old. These are all what the medical doctors are saying, that this is the correct procedure. And then in order to really fix his smile and really give him a hope in the future, when he's around 13, he's going to need some more corrective surgery to make sure he looks as handsome as he can be. Now, here is it's just incredible. When people are faithfully giving to the 700 Club, and this isn't some single gift, but when you join and say, I'm going to be committed, I'm going to be a regular donor. Here's what happened. You enabled there to be a medical team on the ground there that had the expertise to know what they were looking at and how to get the necessary surgery. So you provided all of that through your membership, and your ongoing membership is going to make sure that little boy has that care throughout his childhood. This is now a 10, 12-year journey we're on with this boy in order to make sure he's got everything taken care of. You already have seen his parents can't afford any of this, but with your help, we're able to do it. If you're not a member of the 700 Club and you want to participate in this kind of long-term activity to help people, not just here in America, but around the world, join with us, become a member, and say, I'm going to be faithful in that giving so these long-term projects can come to fruition. People really will know tangibly that there are people around the world that love them and care for them and want to make a difference in their lives. If that's you, call us, 1-800-700-7000. Say, yes, I want to be a part. How much is it to join? Well, it's just $20 a month. That's 65 cents a day. If you want to make a significant gift, we have other levels. You can join at $40 a month. $84 a month adds up to $1,000 a year. Then we have Founder at $5,000 a year, and then Chairman Circle, $10,000 or more a year. Just resolve you're going to be faithful in that giving. When you do, it's wonderful what happens when we all get together and say, let's budget not just for this year, let's budget for next year, let's budget for a whole decade and see what we can do together to make a difference in the world.